services licenses will be injurious to civic space. We can see what has been happening in the past few weeks. And I'm happy, that the House of Representatives has tried to weigh in on that as well. Freedom of expression and media freedom in Nigeria. The inclusion of this IPTV, yes, among the classes of licenses list IPTV, IP radio, EPG, online news-related services, internet broadcasting website, over-the-top television, and any other class of license as may be determined by the Commission. They should be removed. This will be enemies. This will be legal ground, for the executive to close the civil space in this country. Number 10. Exercising regulatory power of sanctions over a license up to 3 times during a 5-year period should not be enough grounds to refuse license renewal. Hence, the new section 13A2B in the bill should be removed. The penalty for failure to make license renewal application 6 months to license expiration is too harsh. Hence, section 13A4 of the bill should be reviewed. Then, this bill talks of returning expired licenses. Why return an expired license? An expired license is a dead license. Hence, section 13B of the bill should be removed. Section 14 should be amended to provide that government appropriation to the NBC should be through the first line charge. Section 15 should be amended to provide that the collection of radio and TV licenses could be outsourced, that's the collection, by the Commission, and the proceeds should be distributed by NBC to broadcasters in the public, private, commercial, and community subsectors and other players which have emerged in the digital transition period. Additionally, Section 1B of the 4th schedule of the Constitution should be amended to remove the hands of local governments from the collection of the fees. The next one, the provision of this digital access fund in the bill, very interesting. Thank you very much, for providing elaborately for that, should be reviewed as follows. The membership of the Board of Trustees should include representatives of industry groups such as BON, NUJ, Ratawu, etc., and marginalized groups such as women, youth, and people with disability. B, the sharing formula for the profits of the Digital Access Fund should be removed. Why are we saying so? And be left for administrative level decision making, because there are issues there. It says 40% to signal distributors, 10% to NTA, 10% to FRCN, 40% to NBC. And the two questions that arise are this: what happens to the state level broadcasters? State governments also have radio and TV stations. What happens? Would they be share of this? All the private commercial broadcasters, all the community broadcasters, which number hundreds and generate content, what happens to them? Then secondly, which is very important, the data on TV households is not stable yet. We won't know what will happen later. So it's better left out of legislation for administrative level. I'm rounding up now. The participation of the National Assembly should be prioritized in the borrowing arrangements articulated in Section 18. They leave out the legislature and all of this. Please ensure that the participation of the National Assembly is prioritized in the borrowing agreement, borrowing powers of the Commission, articulated in Section 18, as well as in the budgeting process provided for in Section 19. Where the possibility of concurrent jurisdiction between NBC and other agencies is created, the law should provide for cooperation mechanisms. What are we saying? There's competition, there's consumer issues. But we know that there is Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. So there is therefore concurrent jurisdiction. The law should go further to provide for cooperative mechanism between these agencies so that there won't be problem in implementation. Informing the public of plan to conduct public inquiry by NBC should be done through media that have extensive nationwide reach. Hence, Section 19E4 of the bill should be reviewed to include the publishing of notice of public inquiries through such media as newspapers, radio, and television with national circulation and coverage. See what we did for this. I saw it in many national newspapers. I saw about the public hearing on radio and television. It was everywhere, banners all over the place. And you can see the quality of participation today. All right. In addition to annual reports provided for in Section 20 of the Act, The commission should prepare periodic reports, submit to the presidency and National Assembly, and disseminate to the public. Currently, the law says submit to the Minister of Information, and this is a public organization. It should be transparent, it should be accountable to the public. All right. Then finally, the provision in section 23 that gives room for the minister to participate in making of regulations. There's another provision, apart from section 6, section 23 says the minister, should have power to make input, to approve regulations, like the code and all of that. That is also another door, into interference. So we are saying the provision in section 23 that gives room for the minister to participate in the making of regulations by the commission is a tool of political interference. It should be removed. Distinguished Mr. Chair, distinguished honorables, honorable minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Akin Akingbulu. I'm the executive director of the Institute for Media and Society. We are very passionate, about public policy in the area, in the communication and media sector. And we will be glad if you will consider the proposal that we have put before you. Thank you for the great work that you have done in the field. Thank you very much for your attention.